name is Jenna. I'm a senior studying strategic communication and also design, and this previous winter I spent 3 weeks in Sydney, Australia. I wanted to still take part in the international experience, but I didn't want it to take away from my program plan to graduate early. So I looked for a program where I could still be abroad for a period of time, more than just a week or two, so 3 weeks was perfect, and then a time where it didn't conflict with school, so winter break was perfect. Even though you're in a country that you might know the language, it doesn't mean you know everything about the people who you're with, and so it really gave me an opportunity to learn about other people. And so coming back, it's made me really appreciate the diversity of people who are here and understand that when someone doesn't know a cultural norm right off the bat, it's not right for me to be judgmental of them, because I didn't want anyone to be judgmental of me when I was in Australia. And so I've definitely learned that to be tolerant of other people and that they're learning just like I was learning. I work in a career services office, so I thought I knew a lot about what it is to be prepared for a career, but I was still learning a lot since this was career exploration. Before going in, I was like, oh, I know exactly what I want to do, but it really opened my window to the fact that there are a lot of different paths after graduation, and it isn't a bad thing to not know exactly what you can do, but to know how to use your skills and how to find your opportunities. A lot of it had to do with going out into the city and doing something, like engaging with someone, a conversation with someone, or doing something that pushed the limits. Bondi Beach in Australia is one of the most magnificent beaches I've ever experienced, and what I just loved about it was this beautiful, gorgeous beach just outside of the city, and the fact that there's this beautiful place and then you just walk or travel a few miles in and then all of a sudden you're in a city. And so it was cool how these two entities coexist in one big city. A huge thing is to have a budget. That is one thing I learned, that you need to be cautious of how you're spending your money, but also to make sure you have enough and you have a backup or you have a plan for that. And also to not be afraid to try new things, because you're only there for a certain amount of time, so you have to take advantage of as much as possible. I also think it's a great opportunity for someone who doesn't know what they want to do with their career, because I mean, many of us on the trip had a pretty good idea, but there were people who kind of were not exactly sure, but they really benefited well because of the stuff that we talked about, the transferable skills and the resources. And so I think someone who doesn't have a clue, that's okay, and I think that's a great person for that. I learned just to not be afraid to be myself, and that the people who want to, engage will be there.